trying this out.
Fucking Samuel Cassidy, and the list goes on. And they just get on the news and they say, "Oh, these people had mental illness and shit because it's a police-ran program." So yeah, I'm just saying. Thank God, like I'm dealing with this shit, and you know I'm letting God deal with it, but you know other people just ain't gonna see it that way.
Trying to get it right, y'all.
Hey man, did you know domestic terrorism is illegal? You didn't know that, huh? You have a nice day, bud.
See that smile on his face? So I want to point something out to you guys. Based on the fact that these neighbors use directed energy weapons on me and my dogs.
Waiting for y'all to pop in.
You're a domestic terrorist. You're a domestic terrorist. You guys with all the one headlights, you guys are domestic terrorists. Look it on the YouTube channel. You have a nice
This all creates paranoia.
red jacket. All right, sir.
It creates anxiety.
Beat it. Domestic terrorist.
The person in fight or flight, especially after a traumatic experience. Make no mistake, these people are domestic terrorists, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a domestic terrorist.
Imagine the people who don't know what they're going through.
Why all these rich people following me around with one headlight? You sick motherfuckers?
Imagine the people that don't know what they're going through. They're just fucking, they don't know what's going on. Picture that being you, and these people following you everywhere you go. Especially if you have kids or anything like that. These people are real life terrorists. And the police back their plays. They let them get away with all this fucking bullshit. And people end up unaliving other people. I will continue to make that be known. And I guarantee you, the next unaliving that happens, in like a mass form, or like a person shooting their neighbor or whatever, pay attention. If the police get on the fucking TV and say that person had a mental illness, do some research. Listen to him. Listen if they were using if he says they were using directed energy weapons on him. You know, and they might not know the right words for it, but you know they'll say something regarding it.
You're a domestic terrorist, man. You're a domestic terrorist.
Seeing they do this shit, are you okay in the head type shit? They try and make you, it's called gaslighting. It's called gaslighting. But if you notice, watch the car that leaves from on the side of him, it has one headlight as well. The truck or whatever is behind him. It's 2 one headlights. The other one's gonna take off before I can get him. Him right there, but you guys saw the one headlight. He had one headlight as well.
You're a domestic terrorist, man. You're a domestic terrorist. You follow me with one headlight. You're a domestic terrorist. Yeah. You be report, dum-dum. You be report, dum-dum.
Always let these people know what they are. They know exactly what they are, but let them know you know what they are. Domestic terrorists.
It's a 24/7 thing.
Imagine this being you.
The harassment just doesn't stop.
Imagine this being you.
Like bandits.
And you don't know what's going on. You don't know you're in some type of
This
program.
is in the daytime, you guys. This is in the
Then you get
daytime.
weirdos that get on fucking line and start saying shit like, oh, one headlight. I'm really scared.
One headlight
I'm
in
supposed
the
to be scared
daytime.
of one headlight.
Get the license plate.
We're not worried about you, sir. We're worried about the people who don't know they're going through this program.
Like
And they're
bandits.
being psychologically triggered into violent reactions.
This is in the daytime, you guys.
We're not talking to you, Mr. Glass Pipe Smoker, whatever your name is.
See that shit? One headlight in the daytime. Get the license plate if it comes in.
So if anybody's going through this and you don't know what you're going through, now you know what you're going through. And this is just one faction of it. You'll see a whole lot more. Not able to get away from these people, I swear.
That's how they do it. That's that gang stalker shit. You feel me? Gang stalker.
Psychologically killing people. Turning people into remote control killers. Unnaturally though. You feel me? Very fucking unnaturally and shit. They harass him 24/7, then they hit him with these triggers and shit. This is a motherfucker. As soon as I pull up, see, they know like I'm not gonna hop out the car and get every single vehicle with one headlight. So the ones I do, it's very few that I do it. Well, it's a whole lot, but you know, they hit me with a whole lot more vehicles than what you guys see on video. I just don't get out. If I can't get their face, I don't want to fucking, you know, or if they're not right behind me, you know, if I'm not able to get out and get their face, I really don't bother with recording and shit. But you guys will be seeing them driving up and down the street as I'm driving now, because I'm gonna start recording like permanently while I'm driving. So you guys will see that part of it. But saying all that to say, I don't really trip off of them and shit. I don't let that shit trigger me. When you see me hop out the vehicle and you know, confront them, it's just for fucking to get their face on camera. All right, so being that as it is, I don't let it trip me, and they know that, right? So they turn it up on me. They've been turning it up on me. This is one vehicle, like as soon as I parked at the house, he pulls up and starts driving by real slow, and you'll see right here. And this is what I mean, like psychological warfare. Like, you know, imagine a person that doesn't know what they're going through. Imagine what that person would do.
Domestic terrorism is illegal, buddy. What's that? Domestic terrorism is illegal, but you have a nice day, all right? Hey, you have a nice day, brother. Have a good day, brother. Have a good
That
day.
right there is called gaslighting. They pretend like they don't know what you're talking about. They pretend like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? Let me see. See if I could get this one up here. This guy right here. This is what I mean by they're turning it up, right? So they keep, as soon as I park here, they keep having these fucking weirdos drive by. And see, they do it with like smiles, like creepy ass smiles and shit. If you pay attention to a smile and how the whole conversation is, you know, if they weren't fucking stalking and harassing me, he would not be smiling like that. He had his fucking kid in the car as well, which is fucking, it's out of my mind how it's out of this world how they put their fucking kids on the front line. Because you feel me? I've been harassed for damn near 17 years. You feel me? So at any given time, you feel me? Statistics would say I'm gonna pop, which I'm not gonna pop. You feel me? And they know that, so they're turning it up on me by having their fucking, you know, creepy weirdos pull up. As soon as I pull up to the house, they have these weirdos come do shit like this.
Based on the fact that these neighbors use directed energy weapons on me and my dogs, you guys see that all the time.
Fast forward.
You know, these psychological triggers that these people do.
I'll let y'all just hear it from there.
They create paranoia. They put a person in fight or flight. And these are called psychological triggers. You know, people have fucking just flipped out and, you know, said, fuck it, I'm gonna get at all my harassers the wrong way. Well, who's to say it's right or wrong? They're being domestically terrorized. Yeah, so these are psychological triggers. They can make somebody flip out. You guys see many whale. I mean, not even happen.
What's up, submersiveness? Yeah, man, all I could say, man, is stay strong, bro. And you know, this shit might, you know, don't hold your breath on it, but this shit might come to light, man. People are starting to wake up, man. People are starting to wake up, and there's too many patterns in the science behind everything they're doing. You know, it's undeniable. If we do have mental illnesses that they say we have, it's because they caused them and shit. And, you know, we could prove that shit in court, like, hands down by the science.
Videos, you will never see that many.
Don't let them try and convince you of fucking, you know, try and make you feel like any type of documentation you're doing is not working. Because they're gonna try and do that's just a form of witchcraft, bro. That's you know, if they can repetitively make you fucking feel like your videos don't count for shit, you know, they're doing that for a reason.
Vehicles behind you with one headlight, just back to back like that. Saying all that to say,
2 years for me, but the money.
Thank God, like
resources.
I'm dealing with this shit, but other people.
Hey, it's crazy, man. You feel me? The shit they put into fucking harassing like innocent people. At most, we've all committed petty crimes and shit. Well, I don't know. You might have committed like a serious crime back in the day, and you know you graduated from that shit, and you fucking, you know, you're not into that life no more or what have you. But you know, for the most part, they harass us and we're not doing shit. Like, we're the least lethal people. Yet you got people like Epstein and shit, all the money they put into us, if they would have put that shit into the Epstein shit, like, how many babies would have been saved? And, you know, how many women or kids would not have been raped? And, like, they're hunting us down and we're not doing shit. They're putting all this money into us. And the real terrorists get to fucking be in fucking happy land with fucking kids and eating kids and, you know, just horrific shit, man. And we gotta deal with this shit, which is crazy. That's why I say, like, I wouldn't doubt, like, some of these neighborhood watch motherfuckers is on that Epstein shit for real. Might not be a whole lot, but I guarantee you some of these motherfuckers is. Police officers, all that shit. Let me see. And happy I got it in the shop. This weirdo, man, and harassing me. Yeah, that's, bro. That's like nonstop, bro. Like, that's why I say, bro. Like, even if like you're at work or like have something secret on you to where you could record these motherfuckers, man. Don't let these motherfuckers get away with this shit, man. Try and find some resourceful way to fucking get them, bro, and get a pattern of the shit and take their ass to court for fucking harassment or, just, we gotta think outside the box, man. They got us trapped in a box like we can't fight back and shit. And if we do, they try and use like directed energy weapons, even heavier or something like that. Like, we can't let that shit break us, bro. If we're all fucking quiet, if they keep us all quiet, like, nothing's gonna be done about this shit. Like, we gotta start showing the people what these people are doing to us. Like, that's the way I feel about it. Like, that's the only way we're gonna get shit done, and fucking, as well as fucking like meet up, like literally meet up and fucking stand in front of those buildings, like them city buildings, and fucking protest. Do it like the, what was it, the 99% or whatever the fuck it was, and like standing, like, not no one day fucking protest. Like, we gotta be out there from night to day. I know motherfuckers got jobs, but there's enough of us to where motherfuckers can take shifts and fucking just post up for, you can go back and forth to your house and motel or what. Yeah, I don't know, man, but we need to fucking meet up and fucking, even if it takes tents and shit, like, we need to fucking post tents in front of the fucking city buildings and fucking protest this shit and bring light to it, because and compare it to the Epstein files, because the shit is the same people running this shit on us is the same people running the fucking shit with the kids and all the trafficking and all that shit, man. Same crooked, dirty motherfuckers, man. Millions of dollars into a target to cause mental illness is pure evil. This system is ran by the satanic Epstein class people. Exactly. These people are like the real criminals, man. Hands down. Hands fucking down. Like, they're literally the real criminals. And for the people who don't know,
deal with it,
and think this is a joke, just these videos right here, like, these videos that I flip through will show you the type of psychological damage that this shit can cause to a person and make a person flip out. Like, I know I'm going through this program. I've known for a long time, so I get it. Like, I know they're trying to trigger me and get me to fucking, use psychological warfare on me pretty much, and get me to act out of my character and take what little piece I do have, which is not very much because they're on me 24/7. Yeah, this will, I mean, if you have common sense, if you don't have common sense, you shouldn't even be on this channel. If you're not using common sense, or you're just a troll, trolls, you're fucking welcome to stay, because you're gonna do what you do anyways. But if you're really trying to understand something and you don't have common sense, this isn't the subject for you to be trying to understand. You'll know when it happens to you. Yeah, the only way is for all of us to get together and speak out in person. People would start to take notice. Exactly. That's all it takes, bro. That's all it fucking takes. Like, we gotta come together, man. We gotta document addresses, license plates, repetitive. Um, like, well, here it's simple because they they're cocky with the harassment. So they do shit repetitive to let me know. So it's easy for me to document license plate and calculate this shit. How many times when I pull up they pull out and all that shit. Like I've been doing that, but I'm trying to keep from uploading it because I don't want to just upload it and then they only did it once. I want a cool little pattern. Like that's what we need to do too, is separate the shit they're doing to us and break it off in patterns. And that's the number. If we're gonna try and prove anything, we gotta get the patterns and shit. Cause if it's all scattered, people they're not gonna grasp how serious this shit is. Like this,
and other people have flipped out.
Like this weirdo and plenty of others that follow me around all day and try and get me to act out of my character, hoping that I might do something stupid, trying to assault somebody or, just say something that I shouldn't say. It's another reason why when I confront them, I always have the camera up. And if I don't have the phone in my hand, it's somewhere like in the car recording and all that type of shit.
And they've killed people behind this. So when we tell you these one headlight vehicles are fucking domestically terrorizing us, you guys should take that serious because it could happen to you. Anything.
I don't know if you guys saw the beginning, but at the beginning of this, it was another one headlight vehicle that pulled past this house right here. He's pulling past this house right here as well. Like I said, like they haven't been able to get me to fucking act out on my character and shit. So now what they're doing, they're being, more. They turn it up. This is what I mean when I say they turn it up to really try and get you to do something. Now he's passing by this house with one headlight, and the idiot has this fucking kid in the car, and just pay attention to the evil little wicked fucking smile in his response.
They could start domestically terrorizing you one day, you feel me? Just if your family member tells you this shit is going on, you need to take them serious, man. People commit suicide behind this. People kill other people behind this. And sometimes they just do it both. They kill their harassers and they kill themselves. There's plenty of times it's happened. Myron Mag, Aaron Alexis, fucking Samuel Cassidy, and the list goes on. And they just get on the news and they say, oh, these people had mental illnesses and shit because it's a police-ran program. So yeah, I'm just saying. Thank God, like I'm dealing with this shit, and I'm letting God deal with it. But other people just ain't gonna see it that way.
Hey man, did you know domestic terrorism is illegal? Okay. You didn't know that, huh? You have a nice day, buddy.
See that smile on his face?
You see that smile and that
so I want to point something out.
That wicked ass response, okay. This is it's not funny, but you have to laugh to keep from being mad. Like, this is how sadistic these people are and how serious they are about trying to get somebody out of their character to do something to somebody. And that's why hence you have all these fucking murders popping up and the police get on fucking camera or the news and say that person had a mental illness, he wouldn't take his medication, fucking he had anger issues, and then they can pull up videos of If you act out a character, what they'll do is they'll have videos, because people film you. Like, they try and get you to act out a character. They film you, and you know, everything said and done, like, you don't even know you've been filmed. You might have said something to that motherfucker, you feel me, that, you feel me, out of anger that you shouldn't have said. And they'll have a fucking, you know, they'll have videos stacked up on you. So if you do flip out and do something to somebody, they can put that on the news. Like, yeah, this person was, you know, had anger issues. And because it's neighborhood watch. This is all neighborhood watch and fucking the police department. For the most part, security firms and shit. And then they hire little homeless people. Like, they might give them a gift card and shit to walk up to you and say some fucking fucked up shit to, you know, which in reality is really putting that person in. Like, these people are putting a lot of people in danger, man. They're putting the homeless people in danger. They're putting these harassers in danger. Like I said, the guy drove up with his kid, man. I've been going through this for a long fucking time. A long fucking time. Who's to say I wouldn't have flipped out? Like, who's to say you're driving by the house with one headlight? Now you're really invading my space, and I really feel terrorized. I really feel fucking terrorized now. And, you know, anything could have fucking happened. You feel me? Which, I know better. I'm not gonna do nothing. But imagine the person that doesn't know what they're going through in this program. Imagine the person who's just going through it and don't know they're in some type of fucking watch list, fucking being harassed by fucking people for the police. And when you try and make a police report, since the police run this fucking program, they're gonna detour you with a fucking psychological evaluation. They're gonna say, you know, they'll placate you, gaslight you, act like they don't know what the fuck is going on and shit. And then, you know, at the end, are you on medication? You know, they do all types of weird fucking shit to make you feel all fucked up about yourself and shit. So you don't get help from nobody because it's a police ran program. So what is a person, imagine you not knowing you're in this fucking program and these people are doing shit like this, following you around, harassing you. You know, you get one headlights everywhere you fucking go. People.
So I want to point something out to you guys. Based on the fact that these neighbors use directed energy weapons.
I'm trying to. Okay. You know, harass you with one headlights, and you know, way before I even started recording, one headlight vehicles and shit. This about 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, before I started documenting these motherfuckers. I had just got a brand new van, and you know, I was cleaning it out, and I had noticed the one headlight vehicle. I was already in the program, so I knew the whole deal. It was a car parked facing me with one headlight. So, you know, I'm trying to ignore him, not let him take my energy away from me and all that shit. Like, I'm trying all different types of ways to cope. From flashing on these motherfuckers and shit. So, you know, I'm watching different videos and shit, how to fucking, you know, keep some type of inner peace and shit. So I'm not letting it bother me and shit. You know, I'm setting up my van and shit. I'm homeless. So I was setting up my van and shit, getting it right and shit. You know, making it homely, if you will, something like that, whatever. So as I'm doing that, this lady walks up to me. She's out of her mind. But I noticed that she's the same lady that was talking to the fucking car with the one headlight. So she comes in, because they like to play crazy and all that shit. Like, they'll come up to you and, say crazy shit, so you can't really, you can't really say they're harassing you because they're crazy and shit. Like, there's a whole psychological fuck they like to send on you. So they'll send, they sent this lady, and, and my thing is like, well, I'll say that later. They sent the lady at me, and she said I chopped her son up and put him in her fucking put him in my van, and she wanted to look in the van to look for her son and shit. And I'm like, lady, man, get the I know you're one of them. I'm telling her I know you're one of these motherfuckers. Like, I'm already knowing. So can you get away from me? And I turn around and I get back. I didn't really think no harm was gonna come to me and shit. Like, like that's, that was back when I thought this was like a no-touch torture program, because people used to, they used to be heavy on this is a no-touch torture program, but that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. So the lady, as I turn back around and I start fixing my van up and shit, and I get back to what I was doing and shit, she tapped me on my shoulder, and I turned around to fucking tell her to get the fuck out of here, and she fucking stabbed me in the stomach with a fucking butcher knife or a kitchen knife. I don't know. No, it was something. It was like something real. Like, it was one of them knives that was skinny and then it got thick at the, it gets from skinny to thick at the bottom and shit. She shoved that shit right in my stomach and shit. And I was about to pull that motherfucker out, and something told me, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You might go into shock and shit. So I hopped in the van and, I drove to the gas station and shit, and told the motherfuckers I got stabbed and shit. And they told me, get out the store. You gotta get out of here. Like, the fucking people, like, they weren't they weren't trying to help me or none of that shit. They might have called the ambulance. I don't know. Somebody called the ambulance. It might have been the store and shit. But when I ran in there and asked for help, like, they were like, nah, get out of here. You gotta get out of here. And I had a fucking knife hanging out my stomach and shit. But it's crazy to me. But anyways, I woke up. I ran out. I got out I left the store. I was gonna hop in the van and try and fucking make it to a hospital, and fucking I woke up in the back of the ambulance and shit. Like, that shit was crazy. That was crazy. So it is not a fucking no-touch torture program. Anybody who tells you that is full of shit. I promise you that. Man, they use all types of fucking chemicals on you. Man, these people are like criminals, man. Directed energy weapons, you fucking name it, these people, like, they use it on us. And they use fucking, like, the neighbors and shit, like, which is crazy to me, because they got one of these neighbors is a fucking, like, I don't know if you would call him, like, a real gangbanger and shit now, I mean, but he's like he used to be a gangbanger who still thinks he is one and shit. Which I don't see how that works when you're working with the police and shit. Like, that's nothing gangbanger about that. Not that gangbanger is anything fucking, special to be. But, he tries to pronounce that shit of himself. So, yeah, where was I, man? Yeah, so saying all that to say, like, I've gotten a traumatic experience with these one headlight vehicles and shit. So who's to say, like, I wouldn't have flipped out on that dude, and say, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out, and I'm gonna take that motherfucker out, man. And he had his kid in the car. Which, thank God that, like I said, I'm not like that. I don't even think on that level. Like I said, I let God handle it and guide me in trying to expose this shit. And you know, keep his hand over me while I try and expose this shit. I, I have no fucking desire to put my hands or use any type of weapons on these people. Millions of dollars. Let me see. Yeah, the only way is for us to, I think this is why they keep targets so spread out throughout the country. I'm near Chicago. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not that they keep us so spread out because trust me, it's a lot of us in Chicago. It's a lot of us in Sacramento. It's a lot of us out here. Like I've seen a couple targeted individuals. Like I leave comments on their shit, but I don't. The way this program has people and shit. Like I might leave a comment, but as far as trying to reach out, I'll let you know I'm out here as well, and we'll go from there. But as far as me, just keeping and letting the person know that hey, I'm out here and shit. I know this program has people cautious and shit. So, if they're really fucking, interested or anything, they'll, either look at your channel and get some type of validation about you, and then they'll reach out to you. But yeah, this program has people so paranoid and shit. They might even, you guys might even eventually hook up and kick it or what have you, and fucking, that person might just be in this program and they don't know how it works, how they play the psychological bullshit to make you think, to make them fucking, to make the person that you're with, the other targeted individual, feel like you're one of them and shit. Because they do weird shit. Like you and the other targeted individual might be kicking it and fucking, like this is a scenario. This is the type of shit they do. You and the other targeted individual could be kicking it and shit. And since this neighborhood watches hella these motherfuckers, so they have everything fucking, the whole parking lot where you guys went or whatever is full of these motherfuckers and shit. And fucking what they'll do is they'll set up a play like maybe the other targeted individual has to use the bathroom, and fucking as that person's coming out, one of these perps will walk next to you and fucking act like they were talking to you and walk off hella quick. And then, bam, the other targeted individual is thinking in their fucking head like, damn, who was that? Like, I thought he said he was targeted. Now he's fucking hanging out with this dude that looks like a perp and doing hand signals and shit. So they play a lot of psychological games. That's why, like, when targeted individuals do eventually hook up and kick it, like, you guys have to be headstrong about this shit because they will play games. You feel me? And let the other targeted individual know that they're gonna try and play games to make you think that I'm, a part of this shit. Because they want to keep us separated, and anything they can do to fucking break that bond and have that other person, not knowing what the fuck is going on, getting on the internet saying, oh, that's a fake TI, that, I've seen it, I've seen it so many times, man. I've seen TIs turn on each other. I've seen TIs fucking kill themselves. I've seen TIs flip out, kill themselves as well as their harassers. over and over and over again, and I see the police get on fucking TV and say that person had a mental illness, but they never get on the TV and say, you know, we harassed this person, we had this person on a watch list, so we had neighborhood watch, and, you know, anybody we could find to harass them around the clock, 24/7, and we hit them with triggers and shit. Shit like one tail lights and one headlights. And we had the people in the car do creepy shit, smile at them creepy, and fucking say weird shit to them and shit. They don't tell you that's why the person flipped out and did what they did. The brother in Kentucky that just killed his fucking neighbor, I think it's Kentucky. Like, he told him, like, they've been using some type of fucking weapon on me, torturing me. It's some type of directed energy weapon. I've been doing this for 5 years. You know, tried to make police reports, tried to tell the police, and the gaslighting, always, you know, always at the end, it's always, are you on medication? Are you mentally ill? Why would these people use directed energy weapons on you? Because they orchestrate this fucking program. So they're gonna gaslight the shit out of you. And you feel helpless, man. I felt it many a time. Like, I know exactly that feeling. Like, I'll never do anything, but I know the feeling. Like, fuck, man. Like, I'm gonna go through this for the rest of my life. I can't get no help. I can't, you feel me? There's no help in this shit. I gotta deal with these motherfuckers harassing me, doing whatever they want to my vehicles. Fucking, you know, vandalizing my vehicle. I gotta deal with them breaking in my fucking house when I leave. I gotta deal with them breaking in my vehicle. You feel me? I gotta worry about them using directed energy weapons on me and my fucking pets. Like, I can't get no peace. And fucking, I know the exact feeling, that feeling, the pit in your stomach where you're like, you don't really want to fucking do this, and you're really thinking about it like, I don't want to do this. Like, I fucking don't want to do it. Like, but it's like, I know that fucking feeling, man. So I know exactly what they're going through. It's like, I'm handling it. They can't, you know, people can't handle this shit. People fucking cannot handle it, especially when you know who's fucking doing it. And they're fucking, you know, they're fucking saying that they're doing it, but they're doing it in a slick way to where, you know what they're talking about, but, you know, plausible deniability says, I can't really fucking for sure say that, you know, that is what it is. I can't report them saying that they said this because they were talking to each other. And the police, you know, it's all a bullshit game. It's how the police train these motherfuckers to fucking harass you. So they do that. They let you know what they're doing. In third party talk. And you know what they're fucking doing, you know, and you just can't do nothing to them. And that thought of them just knowing that you're not gonna do nothing, like, that makes you even more fucking angry and shit. So I know exactly the feeling he was feeling, and he was probably, even though he knew he was gonna have to do some time, and that they were fucking, you know, gonna still use directed energy weapons on him, just as long as he got that one person. I know that made him feel good for at least about an hour or 2 hours. Guaranteed. After the third hour and he had to sit back and really think about what he did, you know, that might be a different story. But just that, you know, at least I got one of these motherfuckers. I know exactly how he felt, man. Because this is the type of shit they do. They harass you around the clock and do this shit. Imagine how intimidated the person that doesn't know what they're going through feels.
Two of them.
Two vehicles with one headlight following me. Trying to program fear into me, paranoia. He takes off hella fast, he didn't want to get killed.
What's with the domestic terrorism, man? You're a domestic terrorist, man.
Are you okay?
You're a domestic terrorist. You follow me with one headlight. You're a domestic terrorist. Yeah. You be report, dum-dum. You be report, dum-dum.
Following me with one head.
Make no mistake, these are domestic terrorists, and this is psychological warfare. For anybody who thinks this is a fucking game, people are getting killed and killing themselves behind this.
Doesn't stop, you guys. It's a 24/7 thing. Like Bandit. This is in the daytime, you guys. This is in the daytime. See that shit? One headlight in the daytime. Get the license plate if it comes in.
This shit is spooky. This is another one that came right by the house as soon as I fucking parked.
Domestic terrorism is illegal, buddy.
What's that?
Domestic terrorism is illegal, but you have a nice day, all right?
What are you talking
Hey, you have a nice day, brother. Have a
Him
good day,
acting
brother.
like he don't know what I'm talking is get called gaslighting. That makes the person way more matter as well, because they know what the fuck is they're doing,
and other
they
targeted
just fucking
individuals have to keep saying this. We get online and people call us fucking, we're mentally ill or we're paranoid schizophrenics. You guys count on my shorts how many fucking one headlight vehicles are following me, and fucking you can tell they're trying to intimidate me.
My bad on the comments, y'all. I'm gonna read them as soon as this
Just
video
pay
is over.
attention. Saying all that to say, more people are gonna die in this program, and the police know it. The police know that people are gonna die in this program because they're putting people in fight or flight. You got these vehicles following you, meeting you at your destination. If I'm going to the store, there'll be a one headlight vehicle backed in, parked so that I can see it as I go. Like, these people are real life fucking terrorists, and people are killing people behind it. People are killing themselves behind it. You don't have to take my word, but make no mistake, more people are gonna die in this program, and the police are just gonna get on the fucking news and gaslight the whole fucking world and say the person who did it had a mental illness. They'll get the whole neighborhood watch is in on it, so neighborhood watch will fucking get on fucking the news and start crisis acting, talking about, oh, this person had anger problems, this person, pay attention. Look up Samuel Cassidy, look up Myron May. Just look those two people up. It's the same fucking thing. And these people, they're getting away with it. The police, the fucking people who are here to protect you are getting away with it, because when you try and complain to them, they'll detour you with a psychological evaluation or mental health evaluation, put you in a fucking nut house or whatever, and then they just keep doing it. They keep doing it to the citizens they want to do it to. My videos on the shorts on these one headlights, like, that's just a piece of it. And I can't stipulate enough that more people are gonna die behind this program, and the police know, which is very fucking sad. The police know exactly what's gonna happen.
You guys have a good day, domestic terrorists.
Let me see these comments. Yeah, my bad. I was missing out on your comments. I'm about to read them right now. I'm trying to see where I left off. Yeah, that's what it is, man. We all have to come together. On top of that, we have to fucking be, we have to really be headstrong about this shit and understand that they're gonna come infiltrate. Like, it's gonna fucking be some of them. It's fucking neighborhood watch, bro. So you gotta know, like, they're in every fucking city. They're on every street in every fucking city, in every fucking city, in every fucking state. So it's a worldwide, it's a nationwide fucking criminal organization and shit. Other people might not see it like that, but by them participating in this, getting people to kill people, getting people to kill themselves, getting people to assault people, so they can be locked up. Yeah, man, it's this the biggest criminal organization there is, and they're working hand in hand with the police department, so they're protected pretty much, which is fucking very scary. Who's to say one of these motherfuckers, moves to a different, city, and this continued ties with this program, which I don't even think. I think if you do this to somebody, like, you pretty much have to stay doing it because you know too much. They might start doing it to you. Like, some people are probably still doing it out of fear and shit because they don't want this shit to happen to them. But for the most part, it's inevitable that you will not be harassed by these motherfuckers. And if a person fucking, cuts off all ties and shit with this shit, just say you could, which I don't think you can, but just say you could, they could start doing criminal fucking shit with all this fucking teachings that the police have taught them, how to fucking get away with shit, break in people's houses and wipe your prints and, do all this fucking rogue ass shit. Like, they might start raping people and, that might be sounding far-fetched, but how evil these people are is, it doesn't sound far-fetched over this way. These people are evil. They harm your animals. They harm you with fucking frequencies and shit. Like, they play with fucking frequencies that the police get. The police are supposed to be fucking, utilizing this shit for the police department, and they're letting neighborhood watch motherfuckers like, gangbangers or people who think they're gangbangers fucking use this technology, and it's just really crazy, man. Like I said, I've been stacking little videos of how that shit is, the frequencies is fucking with my dogs and their ears and shit, and you'll see their fucking ears fucking moving, like they're scared and shit, and fucking shaking and shit, and it's all at the same time. They'll be laying down and fucking crying and whining and shit, and I know they're going through it because I could feel my ears popping and fucking, I'm all nauseated and shit from the bullshit that they're sending over here. So it's like, I know they're really going through it and shit, which is fucked up. So these people are evil. I don't put nothing past these people. I don't put past that these motherfuckers eat beef jerky, if you know what that means. not making that accusation. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. I think this is why they keep targets spread. It was the same with my next door neighbor using drills in the morning to annoy me and wake me up in a pissed off humor. Yeah, they do shit like that over here. Like, you know, they'll do weird shit. Like, I'll step outside and then I'll hear like a whistle, like a like a doorbell whistle or something, like a but it's a loud fucking sonic noise whistle. You guys have seen that in a couple of my videos and shit. I gotta find the videos and edit the part when I step out the door and they blew that whistle noise. And then, you know, they do weird shit. Like, especially these neighbors, like the gangbanger dude, their whole family fucking harassed. The mom, I haven't seen the mom harass me and shit, but as far as like I don't know if it's the son, the nephew, or whatever, but like the older one that drives the truck, and then the two young ones, the boy and the girl, like they harass the shit out of me. They do weird shit. I got a couple of the things they do, but they do it so, they do it. You'll see them like, you'll see I'm gonna put this whole fucking, I just gotta stack up what they're doing in patterns and shit. That's all. But yeah, man. This whole neighborhood is fucking, oh man. It's like 4 addresses that I could fucking say that I know for sure are part of it. Like from those houses and shit. Like the other ones that do it, they just walk by and say little weird shit. They'll say weird shit. And, I won't get that on camera. I don't even pay that shit no mind. I think because I ignore them, that's another reason why they turn it up with the directed energy weapons and shit, is because I don't let their little gimmicks and shit get to me. If I can't record them, I won't even say anything. I'll just walk right by them. Like they'll say some fucking weird shit expecting me to fucking say something. And I just walk right by him. I walk right by him. I know they'd be pissed. They'd be trying to get me angry so fucking bad. But I've learned to fucking master that shit to a point to where now, like, really all they can do is fucking use directed energy weapons on me. And do little certain shit, have the neighbors come out and fucking, say their fucking shit, let me know that they're the ones using directed energy weapons and third party, and fucking have fucking people drive by with one headlights in front of the house now, slow and shit. Like, they're really trying to turn it up for me to get mad, so they see that shit don't work, and fucking they just turn up the directed energy weapons to the point to where, fuck, man. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm just gonna fucking die and shit. But, that shit really fucks you up. It fucks you up. And they know out of everything they do it, what they do to, like, my dogs is, like, what really fucking, they know that shit gets to me and shit. And so what they'll do is they'll go outside and say, they'll say shit like, something smells like it's cooking, and you feel me? And like I'm gonna fly out the door and fucking say something to him that sounds crazy and shit. Yell at him and say, you're using directed energy weapons on me. I know you're using directed energy weapons on me. So fucking I could fucking look crazy as fuck in front of everybody. Especially, they're gonna be recording it as well, so I look crazy as fuck to the people who don't know what the fuck, like, this technology exists and that they're testing it on American citizens. For the people that don't know, they're gonna be like, damn, that motherfucker is brain dead. what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? And I get that. Like, for a while, I didn't get that, but I had to sit back and really think, like, damn, what if it was the other way around and it was somebody else saying some shit like that, and I didn't know anything about it? I would think that person is crazy. And it's probably some people in the past that have seemed crazy to me, and I've just wrote them off as crazy because I didn't know the types of fucking bullshit that our government fucking, would do on its citizens and shit, like the testing and all that shit. And now, which is crazy, this jab shot that everybody got, like, now they're saying that shit is sending frequencies. Like, when a person dies, that person still has a fucking signal. Like, it has a fucking electrical signal still in them from that fucking shit. So, that gotta be some type of fucking computer chips or some shit. Like, I mean, anybody think I'm crazy or whatever, I know it's gonna be some people, oh, you're crazy, guys, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, look it up, it's on the news. You guys believe everything the fucking news tells you, so, yeah, that's on the news as well. Remember, they'll let you know. They have to let you know sometime, and they'll let you know in increments. You're already fucking, I don't want to say clown, because some people were forced to do it to keep their jobs and feed their families, but, I mean, they're going to say the same thing to you when it's time to take the chip. All the fucking freedoms and all that shit, keeping your job and being able to make money and, pay your rent, go out, you can't go outside, you can't get on the internet, you can't do this, you can't do that until you got that chip in you. Just think about how fast you took that COVID chip. And now look what that shit got fucking Epstein's DNA in it, that shit got fucking radio signals in it. Tricked you into taking that shit, like, and you still don't think your government would do this to us? Targeted individuals? Man, it's something really, and for those who call us crazy, it's something really fucked up in your head. MK Ultra, Monarch, Project Monarch, fucking, the Tuskegee fucking shit. The jab, all this experimentation your government has already done on the American people, and you don't think that they would do this and fucking hide it from the people and the people that are going through it are trying to tell you, and you guys look at us like we're crazy because somewhere in your head that's, I don't know, it's locked away somewhere. Or maybe, I don't know if it's locked away in your head or you know what's going on. You just, you don't want to be no part of it because you don't want to, involve yourself in this terrorism or whatever. But, for the most part, most people would never think their government, or our government, the United States government, would do this to fucking American citizens, even though it's happening right in your fucking face. You deny to see it. All these fucking one headlight vehicles following me around that I get on video, and I show you guys, you still fucking try and make excuses for these fucking terrorists and shit. Oh, I know those cars right there. Those cars, the cars always come out with one headlight. Come on, man. You save that shit. And don't be trying to act like you're a fucking buddy and, that I'm on the same side as you, but I think you're doing a little your witchcraft ain't gonna work, or you can repeat that shit over and over all you want. You're not gonna make me doubt myself and doubt what I know is happening to me. You can try that shit with somebody that's less seasoned and shit. But like I said, I've been going through this for a long time, so all them tricks and shit. Oh, stop recording. You gotta stop recording them. It's just gonna get worse. Save that shit. I don't care. Like, I'm rebellious by nature. And when I'm trying to do the right fucking thing and leave a past life alone that I shouldn't have been living anyways, because it never really got me nowhere, but I understand that I might have been stuck in one of their fucking loops until I woke up. Because shit didn't start going this way for me until I straightened out my life. And that's when they fucking, clamped on, or at least woke me up to it. But when I was doing good for myself, staying out the way, staying out of trouble, staying away from, a life that I shouldn't be a part of, they woke this program up on me. So I might have been stuck in their loop, not knowing. So like I said, saying all that to say, I'm rebellious by nature, and fucking, I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to live a straight and narrow life, and fucking these people attack me 24/7. So I'm gonna be even more rebellious when you think that you can try and just bully me and fucking laugh at me in my face and treat me like fucking you're better than me, and you fucking can step on me like an ant and shit. I'm gonna be more rebellious, and I'm gonna be fucking strategic about, I'm gonna be way more strategic about how I go about shit. Like there's no, like, you turn it up. If you're gonna turn up the fucking directed energy weapons, just fucking turn it up. I'm gonna document that shit as well. Like, turning up the directed energy weapons is not gonna fucking stop me. It's gonna motivate me to go even harder. So, yeah, I just have to go through it and deal with what these motherfuckers is gonna give. But you're not gonna bully me and smile in my face and think I'm not gonna do anything. I think this is okay. It was the same with my next. Okay, I read that. Use every resource of the city, police, and military, trying to turn into the false narrative they are spreading about us, and they have unlimited funding to torture us. Yep, and every time one of us flip out, they're they get a bigger budget because the program works. They're saying they need more funding because you got shit like this happening, people flipping out and killing their neighbors. So now we need to put more funding into it to fucking be on high alert. And fucking, neighborhood watch, they get their fucking boats and fucking Teslas. If the budget's coming in bigger Christmas. And all the other entities do whatever they fucking want with their money. They're sponsored by fucking bullshit McDonald's and Target and fucking Walmart and Amazon and FedEx, and everybody's getting a piece of the pie. Mental health fucking institutions. So it's a big fucking, people are getting paid off this program. They need people to flip out. That's why they go so hard, as you see. That's why they're driving in front of the house now with one headlights. It's only been 3 times, but you know, it's been 3 times recently. So I'm kind of figuring it's because, you know, I haven't responded the way that they want to the vehicles that have fucking followed me with the one headlights. Like, they want me to hop out and be real fucking mad, and you know, but I always just hop out, get their face, let them know that domestic terrorism is illegal, and I hop right back in the truck. I don't got time for none of their fucking conversation, none of their bullshit gaslighting. What are you talking about? Yeah, I ain't got time for none of that. You're not gonna, you're not gonna try and make me think I'm crazy. I'm not even gonna give you time to try and do that. Everything in a jolly manner. Hey, my friend. Hey, sir. Hey, buddy. You know domestic terrorism is illegal. That's all I need to tell you. You're an American citizen. You should fucking know that domestic terrorism is illegal. You should know how you would react if fucking people were doing this to you. And if you don't, no, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. How many have died before they figured out that this program is a secret government program? Period. Exactly. A lot of people, you know, just the people that we fucking talk about, those are just the people we know of. Like, just think about how many suicides happened behind this. How many people got murdered, and, you know, they're trying to make the person who did what they did out to be a monster and shit. That's why it's good to document everything that's happening to you in patterns. My advice is to fucking document these people in the right way. Don't act out of your character. Do everything in a friendly manner. Document their ass if you hop out and fucking, you know, want to get their faces and shit. Get their faces on camera. Talk to them nicely. Hey, buddy, you know domestic terrorism is illegal. And go on about your business. Because, you know, eventually, and I hate to say this, but one of us is going to flip out. You know, one of us that can't handle it. Because we've all been drafted into a fucking silent war, unconsented. Like, I didn't consent to being in this shit. Unless they fucking, you know, did it through some type of fucking, you know, contract, which I mean by, like, you know, we sign contracts all the time, like with phone companies and wherever we have to sign our name. I know I don't read everything I fucking sign, which is fucking, you know, everything I fucking know. I should be fucking reading shit now from now on when I sign it and shit, but sometimes I just want to get it over with and get whatever fucking thing I need, whether it's a phone or fucking, you know, just whatever I have to sign for. You know, we don't always read the fine print. So if, you know, if I didn't consent to being domestically terrorized in some form or fashion, trickery like that, then yeah, I never consented to be fucking in this silent war. I never consented to fucking be experimented on. None of us have. And those of us who know what we're going through, like, we're literally the fucking lucky ones. Whether we're going through this fucking directed energy weapons, the street theater harassment, the, you know, the triggers, the psychological triggers and shit, like, we're lucky we know what we're going through, because there's people out there that don't know what they're going through. You know, they're catching cases. You know, they're killing people, they're killing themselves. And it's fucked up. We've all been drafted into a silent war that we did not ask for. But hey, it is what it is. It's like we're going through it, so it's no getting out of this unless we fucking come together and fucking say something about it. And there's enough of us to fucking I know this might sound crazy, but there's enough of us to elect the fucking president, you feel me? So, you know, when the fucking president fucking, you know, when they come to fucking cities to do the fucking campaigns and shit, I'm not really a political person, but, you know, I would be fucking all in, you know, to vote for a president that would look into this fucking program. Like, would put this as a fucking priority. Like, I would definitely be willing to fucking put my vote in for that president. So that's another thing. Like, we gotta think outside the box, man. We gotta get to those places where, you know, our voice is really gonna count, and it's gonna put people that are in authority in a position to have to do something, because when we speak about it, we're going to be speaking about it in front of the public, you feel me? We're going to be letting the public know what the fuck is going on with us and showing the public what the fuck is happening, and the police involvement, neighborhood watchers involvement, the people who have died behind this program. Like, we're going to fucking bombard these people with that fucking shit. And it's going to fucking, you know, it's going to force some type of fucking investigation to spark and shit. And then especially relating this shit to the Epstein files. That's another thing, because people are really looking up the Epstein files now. Like, so, you know, try and put Epstein in your video. You gotta think outside the box. So try and put Epstein, like how this fucking program relates to the Epstein case and all that shit, man. Because, you know, people are gonna fucking, you know, people like rabbit holes. People are gonna want to fucking hop down different rabbit holes and shit. And once they see how fucking weird certain shit is, that's another reason you gotta get your shit in patterns and break it down in patterns, to show people like this is a reoccurring fucking harassment, a reoccurring terrorism that's going on. And, you know, this can put people in psychological fucking remission, and unfortunately that's not good for everybody. Hey, Nappy. Hey, what's going on? No, 404. I wish there was more unity in the TI community. There are some TIs who are legit targeted and then accuse other legit targeted TIs of being perps, like Candy Grant. Yeah, that's yeah, it's unfortunate. That's like targeted individuals. Like, you got, like, we gotta fucking be headstrong in this shit. And I know some of us don't like fucking reading and doing shit. Like, I was like that. Like, you know, I didn't really read unless I was, you know, in jail or some shit like that. Like, I didn't want to read or do no study and shit. But, you know, you got the internet and you got all types of shit, and fucking, you're going through this now, so you want to know everything there is to know. Honeypots, witchcraft, people knocking on your door trying to hand you brochures and shit that they fucking probably did some type of weird shit over and shit. You know, you gotta be fucking very aware of their fucking tactics. And unfortunately, you know, they do have fucking people who are on the internet who fucking, masquerade as TIs. And they do shit to make us look crazy and all that. They start bullshit within the community. So it's understandable why some people, feel like that. We just gotta, pay, if you pay attention to a person long enough, you pay attention to their comments that they always leave, how they act. Well, sometimes you don't really know by how they act because people receive this fucking program differently. It fucks with our heads differently, but just the shit that they say. You pay attention to that, and you make your own assumptions of who's a real TI or who's not to you, because there are infiltrators. There are people that will try and get in guilt with you and fucking gaslight you and, just take your energy away and have you to a point to where, like, fuck it, I don't want to meet no more targeted individuals. Like, everybody's fucking doing this, and, so try and understand their fucking tactics, because they have a whole lot of toys in their toy box. In their little psychological toy box. And you have to remember, these people are being trained by the police, so the gaslighting can get a bit fucking, it can push you on the angry side. Candy Grandpa Krusty Homeless was. Not sure what you mean by that, 404. You might want to, I don't know if you want to explain what that means, because it sounds like a fucking, I don't know, like some type of nursery rhyme or some shit. I remember one of your videos, you said you even got stabbed, but wow, these people are sick. It's obvious they want us dead. Yeah, these people are sick. If you look up the Nappy Head Roots, the stab video, that's what I have it labeled, the stab video. Like, I documented that shit as well. I think it was 12 fucking staples in my stomach and shit. It still had blood leaking on the, on the pad. And this was earlier on in my targeting, like maybe 2 years into my targeting and shit. And then I was just like, I just wanted this fucking shit to stop, and I thought if I got enough evidence on these motherfuckers and took it to the police, like, the shit would stop. But, I was naive. I was, I didn't understand how this fucking shit was working. I thought the police were fucking, which I know from experience and fucking, you see it on TV all the time, and doing weird shit to people, sticking billy clubs up people's asses and beating people and shooting people and getting away with it, leaning their fucking knee on people's necks for years and fucking getting away with it damn near, or getting pardoned, and like, you just know the spirit of the badge is a evil fucking spirit. But I thought it was some fucking police. I thought some police were bad. Like, there's some fucking good police out there, but, I tried to make myself think that for a little while, but the police are all bullshit, man. They're all a part of this shit. They have to be a part of it. They got that blue wall of silence, so, you know, anything they know, they're not gonna say anything about it anyways. For fear of fucking being harassed by their fucking co-workers or what have you. Which, I mean, you made an oath to the badge. If you were fucking scared, you should have never fucking took that fucking oath. Or maybe it is you just enjoy what you're doing and, you know, that power trip is a motherfucker when you get to fucking exploit and harass and terrorize fucking people. Like, you know, that might be a drug to some of these motherfuckers. Honestly. Being in charge of fucking, you know, ripping somebody's fucking life apart. Going home and knowing that you were part of that. Kissing your fucking wife and your kids and, you know, going back to the office in the morning to conduct the same fucking terroristic fucking bullshit. And a lot of these people, if they were going what we go through, they wouldn't be able to handle it. A lot of these people would jump off a fucking cliff. You know, I can tell by the, you know, the way some of these people look. Like, you know, if a person was to flare up, say a targeted individual was to flare up and fucking just go ballistic, these people would be like deers in their fucking tracks and shit. But since they have the illusion of police protection, they're a lot cocky. They're very cocky. They're very cocky. But I promise, trust me, it's proven itself over and over and over. Your protection is only a fucking illusion. If you're a perp and you're out here harassing people and terrorizing people, you know, hitting them with triggers, one tail light triggers, one headlight triggers, that fucking illusion of protection, you know, depending on the individual you're dealing with, you're gonna find out very fast that that's just an illusion. Now, I'm not saying you guys ain't gonna end up killing the person who does something to one of you guys, but what I am saying is, what does it even matter then? I mean, if you kill, if the person gets killed or not, you lost your life as well. So what, I mean, in reality, what even fucking, why does it even matter? Just remember, it's an illusion. The protection shit, it's an illusion. If they told you they can fucking send, you know, docile frequencies to make a person not flip out, well, you just fucking take a look at Mike, Samuel Cassidy, Aaron Alexis, Myron May. You see if that fucking protection wasn't an illusion. A lot of people lost their fucking lives. Some may have fucking deserved it, because when you terrorize an American citizen to the point of suicide and murder, like, you're writing your own fucking check. But, you know, it's still sad that those people were even given the opportunity to harass somebody to the point to where they would fucking want to kill them or unalive them. That, you know, it's a very sad situation, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'll say. Very sad. She's accused other real TIs who's sent her money, like Targeted Tony, Leaky Mac Warrior, and a few others. Yeah, see, that's why I say you guys gotta be you gotta analyze people. You know, because they'll do that. Like, you know, people are fucking, you know, they got, and I'm not saying all targeted individuals, um, but you know, because some targeted individuals, like, you know, we need help. They don't give us fucking jobs and shit. Like, I don't ask people for money because that's not what I do this for. Um, but you know, some of us need help, and they know that, and they exploit that, and you'll be fucking feeding the fucking perp, and as soon as that perp gets mad, or you tell that perp you can't do it, and all that shit, you're a perp now. You're a fucking You're a perp all online in front of other target. You know, and always keep fucking records of what you do. Like, if you do send somebody money and shit, just in case they try and fucking do that shit to you, because, you know, it's happened a few times. You can show the receipts, like, look, if you guys think I'm a perp, I tried helping this motherfucker out. You feel me? And this is the thanks I get. But or you just, you know, people in the community know who real targeted individuals are and who perps are. It's the people who, you know, unfortunately are just being targeted. You know, they're confused about the whole situation, and, you know, they need someone to talk to, and you know, I know that pain. Like, it's so many fucking emotions that this program puts you through. So, you know, if a person does call you a perp and shit, you know, you just gotta take into consideration how long that person's been targeted. Man, just all that shit, man, because they got us so fucked up in the head that we can't trust anybody, pretty much. I know me, like, I don't even, if you're not targeted, I don't even really fuck with you. Like, none of that. Man, a person that fucking gets in the comment section and fucking ask questions and questions, like, don't do that with me, because I'm, you know, I'll answer two or three of your questions and shit. But once you start fucking, you know, asking a whole lot of questions about this program and shit, I'm not doing that shit. You just fucking research it, because I don't got time for the, you know, a lot of people that want to ask you questions about the program, and then you start telling them, and they want to contest you about it and test out your sanity and see if you're crazy, and I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time. I'm not debating with you about this shit or none of that. I know what I'm going through. If it's really that hard for you to fucking be able to comprehend, I ain't got time to talk to you. They don't want other real TIs uniting, so they do everything in their power to create mistrust and division in the TI community. It's yeah, definitely, because believe it or not, we're strong together. Like, we're literally strong together. Like, the TI community, like, just like they have somebody in every field, there's somebody in the TI community in every field. Like, if we could fucking come together and pitch in and buy some type of fucking property, like in Arizona or something, where it's hella cheap, Like, we could build a whole fucking community. Like, we could have fucking merchants. We could fucking have auto mechanics. We could have fucking psychologists. We could have fucking groceries. They're like, we could have a whole fucking community because, you know, they got somebody from every fucking walk of life that is being targeted. Just as like they have every person from every walk of life that is targeting people. So yeah, they know if we come together, it's just gonna, you know, we'll put our fucking brains together. We're a lot smarter than them. They just have fucking toys that we can't, you know, we can't play with, and we're not, you know, privy to those type of weapons and shit like that. But you know, these people aren't smart at all. They're not. I could tell by the way they harass me, and like you see, like now they're pulling up to me in front of this house with fucking one headlight vehicles and shit, like, and they're doing it cocky, like, don't you know I'm fucking recording this shit? Like, you might not think this shit is ever gonna come to light. You might not think anything is gonna happen to you, but you know, the harassment is real, and people are dying behind this shit. People are killing behind this shit. People are gonna start waking up to shit. And they're gonna start putting shit together. Why is it every time that somebody kills a bunch of fucking people, the police get online and say that person had a mental illness? That's why I document police harassment, all that shit. Don't let the fucking police intimidate you from recording them. If they're harassing you, get them. If you can get the harassment, don't even bother. If you can't get the harassment, don't start recording them after the fact. Don't do none of that shit. Just take the L. And there'll be plenty of more fucking opportunities because these people are too cocky. And they're dead strong on fucking trying to make you react. Whether it's in a violent reaction, a fearful reaction, which a lot of people do react out of fear violently. But you know, I'm talking like fear, you know, scared, looking over your shoulder all the time. Because that's what these one headlights do to people, whether you guys choose to believe it or not. I know targeted individuals know, but for the people who don't know, people are dying behind this shit. It's called psychological warfare. This is police harassment. Look at this shit. Look, I'm parked, right? I'm just chilling.
This is a security
I'm just chilling,
fucking guard.
and the police come shine the light on me, saying derogatory shit. Move on. Shining this bright light. And I'm just chilling. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just chilling. And he comes, does this shit and tells me to move on.
This is a security fucking guard.
Security firms are in this shit harassing people as well. See what I mean by security firms?
The one headlight bandit got out here murdering people. Hey, you guys are murderers, killers, murderers. Fucking retards. Ladies and gentlemen.
Psychological warfare, ladies and gentlemen.
Domestic terrorists following me, ladies and gentlemen.
Captain, I got you guys following me around with one headlight. On top of that, you see? On top of that shit, you got no license plate in the front and you got dealer plates in the back. What's going on? What's the harassment about?
I work right here.
But why are you harassing me? Why are you following me with one headlight? Why are you following me with one headlight, sir?
this is in the beginning, like after I got stabbed, when I was like, this is before I fucking, educated myself on how to go about approaching these people. I got to do it more in a friendly manner now.
I ain't come this way to work. I'm just asking you why you're following me with one headlight. It's harassment. It's domestic terrorism.
And this is what I mean, like, after I got stabbed, like, I was just approaching them anyway, sticking the camera in their fucking face, just mad. And they were probably out there recording that shit. But, yeah, that's how that shit had me feeling. Like, I was ready to fucking do something. Like, I was feeling like I wanted to do, like, all the time. I was feeling like I was gonna do something, and I would just stop, and I would fucking think, and I could see myself doing it, and it's hard to explain. Like, I could see myself actually following through with the action, but I was thinking about, like, the aftermath of that shit, what it would lead to, and all that shit. And I knew I was in the program then as well, so that helps us a lot as well, knowing that we're in the program and that the police run this program, because naturally in our nature is to fucking protect ourselves, and any type of harassment, and when you're going through it constantly and shit, not knowing that you're in this program could be very fucking detrimental to your life, to your freedom, and to the next person's life.
It's domestic terrorism, sir. No, it's not. Sure it is. Well, you're gonna be reported, sir. Captain, I got you guys. Coward!
You want hurt like Bandit?
He gonna beat Blueface up.
Say, excuse me. You belong to somebody? I said you belong to somebody? Yeah.
Let me see. Shorts. Yeah, it's a lot of domestic terrorists on here, man. These are all domestic terrorists that have been domestically terrorizing me for a long fucking time. Had me under heavy psychological warfare. We let these people are harassing us, and this is, this is the best I can do for a person with common sense, is fucking show you all these videos and shorts. Like, I've sacrificed a lot of my shorts and taken them out just so I could be able to put up all these in a row for people to go down and see all these fucking vehicles who have fucking been, harassing me with one headlight. Pay attention to this one right here. This one right here. If you can't see that I was being harassed here, you gotta be out of your mind. Alright, so as this motorcycle turns, I'm gonna be in the turning lane. And you'll see a car come that's supposed to be in the turning lane to go the other way. This car is gonna get out of that turning lane just for me to see the one headlight, drive up, down the fucking street, and then turn where he was supposed to turn. He only got out of the turning lane to drive real slow and catch my attention with the one headlight. You'll see that right here.
hybrid, which combines a memory foam with the inner spring, so you can get the best of both worlds. But you gotta call 1-8.
Pay attention, guys. I'm gonna rewind this again. Pay attention how that black car was behind that gray car. He saw I was in the turning lane, so he got out of the turning lane so that I would see that one headlight. Pay attention.
On Beauty-Rest Black Hybrid, which combines a memory foam with the inner spring, so you can get the best of both worlds. But you gotta call 1-866-780-6220 for credit costs and terms, subject to credit approval. Now you never have
See the one headlight?
That dude right there got one headlight. That vehicle right there.
Headlight in the daytime.
Now pay attention to this.
Look, close up.
Oh wait, hold on.
You see that? Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. This is terrorism.
Pay attention to the car right there. Watch the car that comes from behind right there. Bam.
Which combines a memory foam with the
See the-
inner spring, so you can get the best of both worlds. But you gotta call 1-8.
See the one headlight?
Pay attention, guys. I'm gonna rewind this again. Pay attention how that black car was behind that gray car.
He just
He
pulled.
saw I was in the turning lane, so he got out of the turning lane so that I would see that one headlight.
This dude right here. Then
Pay
he's still
attention.
gonna turn. He's still gonna fucking turn. He's supposed to go straight, but he still turns. He just wanted me to see that headlight.
On Beauty-Rest Black Hybrid, which combines a memory foam with the inner spring, so you can get the best of both worlds. But you gotta call 1-866-780-6220 for credit costs and terms, subject to credit approval. Now
He pulled from behind this car. Now watch, he's gonna turn when that car goes. He just wanted me to see that headlight.
In the daytime. Look, close up.
See him turn now? Tell me that's not domestic terrorism
that?
and that it's not
Pay
psychological
attention, ladies and
warfare.
gentlemen. This is terror.
It's real shit, man.
Got a one headlight bandit here following me and shit. You're a terrorist. Fucking terrorist. Got a one.
You're a domestic terrorist! Get your ass out of here! It's not very nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is psychological terrorism on a whole nother level. Just all these one headlights.
How many TIs do you think are in the U.S.?
But you get more
I think
than
there's
just
thousands
these
of
one
us.
headlights.
Million, maybe. At least 1 million of us. Cab drivers harassing us. It don't stop, y'all. This shit is 24/7 every day. After around the clock harassment, triggers.
Another thing I want to point out.
Trying to get us to react violently.
I am not the one headlight hunter, you guys. I don't go out hunting down one headlight.
They're hitting us with that.
I have no means to do that. No fucking reason. It's not beneficial to me at all. So I just want to point that out for those with common sense.
Straight terrorist, dude. Straight fucking terrorist, I tell you. No license plate.
Another thing I want to point out. I am not the one headlight hunter, you guys. I don't go out hunting.
I don't
down
think
one
there are
headlight.
more than
I
1,000
have
real
no
targets in
means
the
to do
USA.
that. No fucking
Oh no,
reason.
that's
It's not beneficial to me at all.
nah. That's completely
So
wrong.
I just want to point that out for those with common sense.
Straight terrorist, dude.
I don't know why you would think that number. I know it's a lot of fake or TIs out there that are not real TIs, but 1,000? No. There's a whole lot more than 1,000. It's probably 1,000 that have died in this fucking program. It's well over, in the United States, it's well over 1,000.
Straight fucking terrorist, I tell you.
That would be like 20 a city down there. 50 states. Yeah, there's a whole lot more than 20. I mean, a whole lot more than 1,000. In the beginning of my targeting, I made the mistake of reporting it to the police. At FBI, same thing, bro. Same fucking thing. And just got placated and shit. But you know, one of the FBI ladies, I don't know if she had a heart or she was just fucking placating me or whatever, but she was like, I'm sorry you're going through this. She acted like she didn't know. And fucking, you know, when I was explaining to her what I was going through and told her I had videos and shit, she told me to, you know, report it to the, you know, to the regular police because they couldn't help me with it, and, you know, that the, you know, this wasn't an FBI matter and shit. You know, which I hadn't done too much research on it, but we're being domestically terrorized and this is an FBI matter. But yeah, she was gaslighting me the whole way through. But I don't know if she had a heart or fucking she was just gaslighting me. That was part of her gaslighting. But it sounded sincere. She said, I'm sorry you're going through this. I didn't, and that's when I had that feeling, bro. Like I was, you know, I was heavy in my head about, you know, these motherfuckers, you know, I'm on parole and probation for damn near all my life. You know, at the time. And fucking, you know, the second I decide to fucking fly right, you break this fucking bullshit out on you. So I was heavily fucking, you know, I had heavy. Like, don't get me wrong, I got animosity towards this program now, but I understand what they're fucking trying to do and shit, and objective and all that. But before that, like, you know, I was just pissed off at the world. Like, I was fucking doing the right thing, and these fucking people broke this bullshit out on me, and, you know, now I'm being fucking terrorized. I can't put in applications to get a job because they interfere with that. It's like they want me to fucking be on probation. Like, that shit was running through my mind. They want me to be on fucking parole again. And, you know, once I found out the police, like, that shit made me even way more mad, bro. And the citizens, how they would harass you and fucking smile in your face and, you know, try and get some type of fucking violent reaction out of you. And, you know, I was at the point to where, like, I just didn't, at one point, like, once I reached out to the police and the FBI, which is something that was, you know, it's unheard of for me, for me to even, you know, be able to talk like that. Like, I called the police or the FBI on people and shit, but, you know, I was trying to go about this shit the right way, and they just gaslighted me, and, you know, so I was at the point to where, you know, a lot of times I was feeling like doing something to these people, and I don't know if it was God or fucking just, you know, knowing what the fucking results were gonna be when you know, I did what I did. But yeah, I was in a fucked up headspace, man, and I wanted to act out some type of revenge on these people that would not have been smart on my part. It would have been fucking, you know, it would have been, you know, I can't think of the word. Oh, it would have been just. It would have been a just thing to do, but, you know, the way the program is set up, it just wouldn't have been the smart thing to do. You know, I'd have ended up suffering in the end for doing something to somebody who fucking, you know, in reality isn't even worth doing anything to. These people aren't worth doing anything to. They're not worth losing your life for. Nothing. These people ain't worth it. So, saying all that to say, like, I know the headspace that some of these people be in that do what they do to these people. As you guys can see, this is non-stop. And for the gaslighters that be on here saying, oh, that's, you know, that's normal. Headlamps break out. Alright, it's normal, but it's not normal this many damn times. See, this is an instance where I type in on my Google Maps where, you know, the cheapest gas station is. Because gas was pretty high at the time. Hey! Gas was pretty high at the time. What is you guys playing with that? Gas was pretty high at the time, so I Google mapped for the cheapest gas station, and I got this one. And as soon as I pulled in the gas station, because they follow us through our Google Maps, they follow us through our phones and shit. You know, the police have that Stingray, and then they have a whole bunch of other gadgets. They can get into the, you know, the people's phones and stop messages from going out and all types of shit. That's another thing we have to go through as targeted individuals. We can't reach out to each other and shit because they shadow ban our phones and you know, it's just coming out that they do this to people that aren't even TI, that aren't TIs, and we've been trying to tell people a long time that they were doing this to us. And now it's just coming out that they do it. And that they have been doing it to citizens for a long time. But when we tell the people what we're going through and that they're using this equipment on us, we're crazy. The police would never do that, but it's coming out that they do it, and they've been doing it for a while. As soon as I pull in the gas station, I'm gonna let it play again. See how slow he drives off? This is an intimidation thing. He waits for me, and he pulls off slow, and then he starts driving slow so I can watch him. And psychologically that pisses the person off. See how slow he's driving off? Psychologically, that pisses the targeted individual off.
All right, y'all. So
you know, if they have something in their hand,
I'm uploading these videos the way I'm uploading them is because I know eventually these motherfuckers.
You know, and I'm only saying this from experience. How I felt. Like I felt like fucking grabbing apples or, you know, something loose in my vehicle and just lunging it at the fucking vehicle and shit. Because like I said, this is around the clock harassment and they're trying to trigger you into a violent reaction. So if I would have threw the apple or do whatever, and they busted their window, they could call the police and say, hey, some crazy guy is fucking throwing apples and shit. And then I get arrested. You feel me? It's all a setup. All a setup. The police and fucking neighborhood watch, fucking security firms, as you guys see, they're all trying to set the targeted individual up. I don't even know if this is still going. If this is still going, can somebody type in a 1 or something? It's saying something on my thing that the request had invalid authentication. So I might have to stop this and fucking start again. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna stop this and start again.